Hello everybody. Good lord. Finally done recording for the night, and let me tell you, this game pissed me off in such a way earlier that I am extremely annoyed. We're going to be killing one boss today, and two bosses tomorrow. If that tells you anything. Enjoy this easy part of the game while it lasts, and I am of course referring to the people who just spam mana drain. Because I long for these fights again. Oh boy, do I wish for these fights to be every fight again, because they're not gonna be. It's gonna be mass damage, mass status effects, and screw you. The game edition, basically, is what this game devolves into in the later rounds. I'm not happy about that. It's actually quite horrific. The way this game just ramps up right in the last 5% of the game. It just ramps. Like, we're not talking a gentle hill, we're talking a wall. Like, if you're doing a chart, you go right, the further you go right at the end, the thing just goes straight up to the top of the chart. That's the difficulty curve in this game, if you hadn't put it together yet. Ah, some cold coffee, that'll calm me down. Seriously. Jeez. Bro. Anyway, the first boss. I'm trying to remember what the first boss was. Because honestly, it's been an hour and a half since I started recording, since I fought that thing. I don't remember. Fight. But I think I'm near the final boss for next week. You know what? I was about, well, I know you can't see my fingers right now, but I'm holding them very close together, my thumb and my index finger, you know, until I was that close to just giving up on this LP because of that dumbass boss. I was that close. I even said in my record, you're not going to hear it because I was just a cacophony of curse words towards the middle of it, but it was something along the lines of, that's it. I'm this close to just abandoning this Let's Play forever. I do that occasionally. I try not to do that. But I powered through it. God, why did I power through it? But I powered through it. This one dungeon. I don't like this dungeon. I don't like anything about this dungeon. I don't like anything about it. The groups here have constant degeneration. Huge burst damage, so screw you. You will get one shot. I don't care who you are, unless you're using a shield spell. Somebody will be one shot. I'm not even reading the dialogue. I'm too mad right now. I'm not doing it. You can read, hopefully. If you can't, let me put it this way. If you can't read, you shouldn't be watching this because there's a lot of bad words. As you've already heard, so. Oh my goodness. The only good thing that happened tonight is I started my revisions on my first book I'm going to be releasing. It's on its fourth draft now, so making steady progress toward next year. All I gotta do, the main thing I'm worried about now is I gotta hire some artists to make some good book covers. That's what I gotta do sometime in the next few months. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll show you one or two battles with the second boss. There's 3 bosses in this damn tower, by the way. I'm gonna show you 2 of the bosses today. We're gonna kill one of the bosses. Oh, I remember what the first boss is. It was dumb as hell. That's what that was. Pretty sure that the first boss is also in the last boss fight as well. And yeah, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. Who'd have thought the barbarian didn't like the Puritan in the group? Oh well, not like I give a crap about Grumpy anyway. Oh god, I hate everything about this freaking dungeon. See? Just screw you. She's dead. Screw you, that's why. We don't have a reason, it's just screw you. That's what that is. Seriously, you have 3 people putting massive degeneration, just dots. You have two of the succubi that just do mass amounts of physical damage. Combine the 2, and it's just not fun anymore. It's just not fun anymore. It's just not fun anymore, man. I mean, it's not... I don't know.
Fight!
You're gonna see what I devolved into. This is a slow descent into madness, and believe me, you will know when I'm in the madness stage. Because I start bribing everything. Which I'm pretty sure is the worst thing you can do. Why? Because you don't get XP then. You don't get XP, things get a lot harder. It's like fleeing from everything in Final Fantasy X. I did that challenge once by accident. By accident, of course, I mean I didn't know what I was doing, and I kept dying in fights, so I just kept fleeing. Apparently that's actually something people do, because they want a challenge.
Defeat.
Yeah, well, I wasn't doing it for a challenge, I was doing it because I didn't want to die on the Mihin High Road. So, you're gonna see me devolve into 15-year-old me strategy, which is not really good. It's not really good, because I lose out on a lot of XP, I lose out on a lot of stuff, and I'm pretty sure that didn't help me in the late game. I mean, I'm already in the late game now, but goodness gracious. At least this fight's almost over, thank God. I hate this dungeon. This is my least favorite dungeon of any of the dungeons. I hate this dungeon. I hate it with the fury of 1,000 burning dwarf suns. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, Remedy, worth fuck all in the late game. Worth fuck all. Good in the early game, fuck all in the late game. You want immune in the late game. They force you to use immune, by the way, so just remember that level up. Remember that screw up. I thought I was being clever. You know, I'll make us immune to vampirism. Her. Doesn't work that well. Doesn't work that well. The only fight in this dungeon I don't mind is this. The only one. This is the only group in the dungeon I don't mind. That should say something. Whatever. I mean, this is filtered through an hour and a half of misery. This commentary, okay? I've literally just stopped recording and I'm right here, so this is just all pent up. I'm trying not to be too negative, but it's hard not to be. This fight's just an endurance match, kind of what my build's designed to counter, so I don't mind this. Right? So, I mean, no problem with this. But, the rest of this is based on burst healing, which my build is certainly not designed to beat. And I thought I was screwed at this point, because I was like, they're just going to call in more reinforcements. You know they're just going to call in more, right? And I was not wrong. They did. Fortunately, this thing just has crappy AoE, and you can kind of just piecemeal it down. Not like the second boss of this place, who does massive AoE, poisons everybody at the same time, and does outrageous 3/4 of your health single target damage, all within the span of about 2.1 milliseconds. So it's just not a fun fight. It's... I keep harping on the one boss fight. The funny thing is, the third boss fight and the first boss fight, easiest boss fights in the game. The second boss fight, worst in the game. Their pacing is so over the damn place. It's just... It's all over the place. Maybe that's just... I don't know. It's my opinion. I'm not saying it's right. That's just my opinion. Also, the vampires here are literal cucks. I don't think they like that, but they are. The storyline comes apparent later. But the groundwork's been laid, if you've been paying the slightest bit of attention. They're forced to do all the laundry, the chores, and all that. You know, John Jator's here to sleep with the succubi. So, put 2 and 2 together, and you realize that... yeah, cheating is going on. I mean, there's not a lot of highbrow humor here in this game, as you've no doubt noticed by this point in the game. But this one takes it to the lowest. Then again, I just hate cheaters in all forms. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a demon or what. If you cheat on somebody, you're the scum of the earth. It's totally not because I've been cheated on before. No, sirree. Anyway, I do have a sense of humor. It's kind of funny. I'm not going to say that storyline wasn't funny, because it is. It's just not highbrow. There's a difference. It's funny, but not highbrow. I'm trying to be fair here. From a storyline perspective, I love the writing in this game. I love it to death. Difficulty spikes. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely bottom of the barrel. By the way, I hope you stock potions, because you're gonna need them here. Oh yeah, you're gonna need them. I hope you're properly prepared, so you don't have piss poor performance here. By the way, you might have noticed that shield doing shit all good on Murky. It's funny. The vampires, their degeneration dot, it don't give a crap about shields. Not one crap. Because don't you love it when that kind of crap happens? Oh, it's the best. It's the best, man. Kind of like when invulnerability did not stop the magic. I'm still hung up on that, and I will never be not hung up on that. This was the beginning of the spiral down into madness, because you could tell I was just... seriously. Freaking seriously. I was mad.
Fight!
And we're just beginning the spiral. We're just beginning. Oh, what's the point of having the shield if the shield does nothing? I hear you ask. I don't know. I honestly had no idea why I still kept the shield on Murky. I guess it works on physical damage, but not like any other kind. I'm out of mana, by the way, so y'all are screwed. So, have fun with that. At least Grumpy got his, super. Not the super, I meant the blue circle, but yeah. Not willingly, I didn't want to keep him that low health. On the Grumpy front, though, I am partially to blame. Because I have that thing on the... yeah, this was the... no, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And then the game's like, no, you're gonna do it. I'm like, nope. I think I blow like 3,000 gold by the time this is done, just in bribes. We're deep in the endgame now. Time for team fights, more Dota, and League of Legends jokes, because that doesn't get old. No, sirree. If I find any food, I won't be giving it to him. I took one look at this and went, oh, hell no. Just, hell no, I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. And then I thought, do I need to go back and heal? I need to go back and heal. Because I realized we were going to be going to the boss. But the game will not allow me to do that. The game will not even allow me to sleep. Because the game wants me to die. The game wants me to go insane. The game wants me to hate everything in my life. It succeeded. It rather succeeded. I don't know why they made it their goal, but they made it their goal. And they succeeded. This is a broken man's commentary at this point. This game broke me. But I fucking killed those bosses. I'm not going to spoil who the boss I go up against next is, but by the time next session ends, you'll know. Assuming I can actually stomach watching this shit again. And, you know, doing all that. Yeah, I wasn't about to go up all those stairs again, because I wanted to kill that boss today. And I was going to make that happen, one way or another. Notice how many RNG encounters I get into. Note I mentioned this, because next session, I get so annoyed by this, I decide, you know what, I'm just going to grind the shit out of everything and just get a bunch of levels. No random encounters came up, sweetie, when that happened. Not a one for the longest time. Ain't that goddamn amazing? It's fucking amazing, man. Look how many now. all over the place. All over. What now? Uh-huh. I really want to like this game, but the in-game is just so awful. It's just so awful. It's just terrible. The worst in-game pacing of any game I've ever played, and I really don't want to say that. Because I love the story, I love the characters, but the pacing is just so off. Like, they just ramped it to 20. They skipped 11 and went right to 20 right there. I was like, nope. Nope. Not doing it. Not dealing with that shit. I'll deal with the boss. The boss is probably easier than the randoms. And I was right. It was. That's bad pacing when the boss is easier than the fucking random battles. It is. You know it is. Yeah, this jackass. He's in the final boss fight too. Oh, I forgot he transformed. That does literally nothing for you, but okay then. Also, they require you to use immune here, if you hadn't gathered as much. By this point I hadn't gathered that, so I tried to brute force it. You're seeing the results of trying to brute force this. It's not very pretty. It's really not. I thought I might have screwed up my recording there, but no, I just never set my timer for the second recording session tonight, so I'm perfectly fine. God, I need to revise a chapter just to calm down at this point. Good thing the first book's only about 58,000 words. I already edited the first chapter. That was a pretty cool first chapter. If I start going into my book, though, I'll just brighten up in a minute. Yeah, they want me to, Actually, I don't think I did anything. And then I think I might have, Did I do anything, Guess we'll see. I didn't edit this. Yes, I did. Not the right thing, but I did something. Or rather, not what they wanted me to do, but I did it. Something. Also not using a super, which is a sin. You kind of want to do that. Bless is so much mana, and I'm not really getting the returns here. Because I'm more than half gone mana, and the thing's only about 30% down, maybe 40%. And we're done. With half health left, we're done. Because I'm out of mana at this point. Completely gone. I have no more. What do you want me to do? You want me to die. And I shall oblige. Because I'm out of mana. And then the game treats you like you have negative IQ after this, by the way. Murky does. And tells you what you need to be doing. Don't you have a special spell which would... Didn't you? And then I had the longest time even finding it because I never used the spell. I remember that. I was like, I don't know what the hell... Where's it at? Where's it at? Because I was almost seeing red, literally, at this point. Almost. I was so mad. You ever get so mad you stop paying attention to really important things? I was at that point, but at this point. Like, if you think I sound salty now, you don't know salt. You don't know. Yeah, so I thought, well, I guess they want me to use this. And I was like, 8 seconds. Oh, okay. Why did I put that on 2?
Fight.
Great. I guess we need immune and remedy. That's how mad I was. I was that dumb. But yeah, what you should do is if you're gonna put a point in immune, you want to put it to the point that 1 point will give you team-wide immune, which is really nice. I didn't know that, but you should. Makes this fight, I would imagine, a lot easier instead of having to immune. 4 people. I think I said that 5 times, but you get my point. It takes a lot more time to do that. This guy relies on status effects. He's not hard once you've figured that out. Without status effects, he's done. He has nothing else. So it's basically, you know, if I put immune on 3 and put another heal on 2, this would have been a lot easier. But I still got it done, I think. He's almost dead. Well, not dead. I guess I already spoiled that, but he's almost defeated. Go down. There you are. Thank you. I'm not even playing, and I feel like it's a miracle that that happened. Special bow I didn't use, because it sounded awful. Because it relies on failure. Don't plan for failure unless you're playing Monster Hunter, and you're doing, like, a fortified build. Then you plan for failure. You don't plan for failure in other things, generally speaking. That's planning for success. But I knew better than to do that as well in this game, so that's a no. Don't plan for failure, don't plan for success, neither one of which is, well, actually, one's almost guaranteed. But yeah, I finally learned my lesson. I was like, oh, thank God, I can go back to my normal thing. So I thought that was it. I got the boss key. I can go in this thing here on the right. It'll be fine. I wasn't dealing with that because I knew I was past my timer, and I wanted to see what was in this door. Of course, the game had other, things on its mind. It didn't want to allow me to do that. Apparently, I just didn't give a crap. I didn't care about that door. I thought I did, but okay. I was like, oh, I want to go in this door. You need the boss key. I believe there was numerous curse words when I was standing there staring at that door. This boss is the dumb one. This boss is awful. This boss almost made me quit this Let's Play. This next boss, not this. I think I just skipped this because fuck this group. Fuck that group. That group's a nightmare. Not doing that. This is the worst boss fight in all video games, as far as I'm concerned. Just the worst. I mean, it's not imaginative, it's not fun, it's not fun to look at, it's just awful all around. Just terrible. Just awful. And why do I have that long of a fight? I should totally just cut this out. You know what? After the first fail of this, we'll cut it there. So, I accidentally paused that. Didn't mean to pause that. So let me just skip ahead 2 seconds. There we are. Should be halfway caught back up now. I had no idea what I was in for, so I didn't really... you know what I should have spent this in? Immune! That's what I should have spent this in. Should have. But I figured, how bad could it be? How bad could it be? That's not that bad. Oh, hell. Okay, well, that's still not that bad. Okay, this is getting more annoying now. And he's nearly dead. Okay, this still isn't that bad. Oh, gosh. Okay, it's starting to get pretty bad now because I can't keep up with the healing, and then we're fucked. Yep. That was I mean, I'm out of mana. He's only about 70% health, so... Do you see how this could be construed as just not fun anymore? Because it's just not fun anymore. Anyway, that's all you're going to see of this boss fight, because I don't want to keep watching this right now. And I don't honestly want to ever see that face in my life again, but I will tomorrow night. So, we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.